Hey guys, Omni here. So I thought it'd be kind of fun because I saw this from the other day. It is Zack Snyder answers the web's most searched questions. This is a Wired autocomplete interview. I don't know if anybody have seen, if you guys have seen these, but these things are kind of fun. They basically bring on people, celebrities, whoever. So a lot of time it's people promoting whatever projects they're working on. There's a lot of great ones out there, and they basically hand them a card where they put like the top 5, a series of Googled questions about them that they themselves will then answer. And Zack seems like one of those guys that would probably just be really off the cuff. So there's some pretty good ones. Sam Jackson's is pretty funny. Any of the ones with Ryan Reynolds are pretty great. There's a lot of fun ones out there, but I don't know. I just saw this, and Army of the Dead comes out this week on Netflix. I didn't go out to watch it in theaters, so I'm gonna be watching it when it comes out this weekend. So keep an eye out for that review. Of course, we here on this channel support the restoration of the Snyderverse. Not everybody here, but I do. This channel, I declare, do. So yeah, let's go ahead and check it out. Bam. Link to this video is in the description too, so if you want to listen to it yourself without me laughing or commentating, check it out. Here we go.
Snyder, and today I'm doing the Wired autocomplete interview. I do not Google myself. Googling myself would be a dangerous activity.
Yeah.
All right, so.
Especially these days, man.
What Zack Snyder doing now? Oh, and I answer it. I'm Google. Well, I'm hanging out at the house with my kids, doing school, washing my cars. That's pretty much it. All right, I'm going to do another one. What is Zack Snyder directing style? Wow. Directing is like the managing of an idea, right? So if you have an idea, you have to manage the actors and the photography and stuff. I have a pretty casual style with my people I work with because I just tend to like human beings and I want them to be happy. So I don't torture them too much. That's kind of how I do it. Let's try another one of these things. Oh, I ripped it so you can't see. What is Zack Snyder known for? Right now, I'm known for Justice League, I suppose. People say, like, Zack Snyder, Justice League. I did that to myself, unfortunately. People would think I was known for slow motion. I like slow motion. I don't really like slow motion that much. If you do a percentage of slow motion in my movies, I would think you'd find that it's 1% or something like that. I know someone's analyzing it right now, and they're going to say, no, it's 50%. So, yeah, I don't know what I'm known for. What is Zack Snyder's Justice League rated for? Rated R for? I think it's rated R for violence and nudity. No, not nudity.
And 3 F-bombs.
That would be cool. You know, the ratings board doesn't like it when superhero movies are violent. So, the second card, here we go. Is Zack Snyder nice? No, he's a jackass. I mean, can you say that you are nice? I don't know that people are allowed to say that. I think you'd have to ask someone, but I like to think that I'm relatively nice. Is Zack Snyder related to Scott Snyder? Sadly, no, because he's a genius, but no, we're not related.
I've always wondered that,
Is
actually.
Zack Snyder an auteur? I think I'm going to leave that up to the audience to decide. Is Zack Snyder a Packer fan? Yes, Zack Snyder is a huge Packer fan. I'm the same age as the Lombardi Trophy. I was born in the first Super Bowl year, and therefore I am kind of a personification of the Super Bowl. Pretty much grew up in Green Bay, and my dad, you know, went to the Ice Bowl game. I would love to make a Vince Lombardi movie at some point. That's a fact. How did Zack Snyder become a director? It's a good question. Well, I started making movies when I was around 11 years old. I saw a movie called Star Wars. I don't know if you're familiar with it. My mom bought me a movie camera, Super 8 movie camera. Just started shooting movies. And then when I got into high school, I would make about a movie a year with my friends, a big movie. We'd make a bunch of smaller movies, but I always make one big project a year. We did like kind of a my version of Apocalypse Now, and then I did another black and white film, and I went to film school, and then, yeah. How is Zack Snyder Cut different? I don't know, because I never saw the theatrical version of Justice League, so I don't know how it's different, but I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
How to watch Zack
Understatement.
Snyder. How to watch the Snyder Cut. There's a lot of different ways you can watch it. It's divided into chapters, so of course you can watch it piece by piece. I say the best way to watch it is with an intermission after All the King's Horses, which is one of the chapters, about 2 hours and 20 minutes into the movie. This chapter will come up, you pause it, you go to the bathroom, you get your chips or whatever you're eating, and you watch the rest of the movie. So that's how I would do it. I appreciate everyone's personal styles when it comes to watching the movie. How to watch
I did it
Zack
in one
Snyder
fucking sitting.
Army of the Dead. Well, first of all, Netflix or in a theater for a week before it comes out. You're never going to want to stop it. It's too insane. So, yeah.
I'm really
I would say
looking
just
forward
sit
to it.
and enjoy. Okay, why Zack Snyder? Why Zack Snyder is best
Why Zack Snyder is best.
at what? Okay. Well, that's just a great search if someone's doing that search. Why Zack Snyder is famous? I'm not sure. And weirdly, I was getting a coffee on the way down here, and I had my mask on and everything, and this girl leaned out of the car, and she goes, "My dad said you look like Zack Snyder." And I said, "I am Zack Snyder." And she was like, "We just saw Justice League. It's awesome." Wow. And I was like, "You're nerds, by the way, just so you know. If you recognize me with a mask on, you're nerds." But that's cool. I love nerds, so it's cool. Why Zack Snyder tattoos? Why do I have tattoos? They're all sort of related to my kids and my family. So, you know, that's kind of cliche, but it's fun. Why Zack Snyder zombies? I think the great thing about
I
zombies
hate
is
bad
like, they're very sort
Google
of
search
postmodern.
grammar.
It's like, what if the monster was just society, you know? And that's kind of fun, so. Who's Zack Snyder? So this is I'm getting it now. Each one's slightly different. Who is Zack Snyder's wife? Oh, Deborah Snyder, a genius producer and manager of my insanity. Oh no! I revealed two at once. I won't look at that one. Who is Zack Snyder? It's kind of everything we've been talking about. At the end of this whole thing, you can kind of glue it together and figure out kind of what I'm about. Who is the villain in Zack Snyder's Justice League?
Warner Brothers.
Who's the real villain? It's Darkseid, really. I mean, I think you could get a sense that Steppenwolf is the bad guy, but he's also kind of likable in a weird way. You know, he's just trying to get home. Who is Zack Snyder's favorite director?
Nolan.
That's a really good question.
I don't know.
John Borman
No.
is my favorite director.
I was like, is this
I'm a
'cause they're
huge
friends?
fan, a talented filmmaker who tells like really mythic stories, and I'm into that. So, does Zack Snyder, let's not tear it off, have Instagram? I do not have an Instagram, and I'll tell you why. Full disclosure, that I am a brand ambassador of Vero, which is the social media platform that I prefer. Although I do have a Twitter account. It's probably this next question. Does Zack Snyder have a brother? Well, yes, I had a brother. Sadly, he passed away when I was in my teens, but he was a huge influence on me. In the high school I went to, in the boarding school I went to, there was a Sam Snyder Award. Amazing guy. So, yes. Does Zack Snyder write comics? Write comics. I have not written a comic. I should. So maybe after this, I'll go write a comic. Note to self, write a comic. And then does Zack Snyder like Marvel? I do like Marvel. I like Marvel movies and I like Marvel comics. The Hulk has always been one of my favorites, forever. And Iron Man. The answer is yes. I do like Marvel. Okay. I made a mess.
Oh, that was fun. He's just, I don't know. I like it when a guy's just like real. I don't ever feel like he's being fake. And that's one of the reasons why he's not afraid to get upset when he talks. I mean, if you've ever seen any of his like conventions or any things that he's put together, it's really interesting just to see just how loosey-goosey he really is when he's talking about everything. And this was a little reserved, I would say, but it's still definitely Zack. At least the Zack that is presented to the world for most case. Yeah, I feel like a lot of those questions you would hear most frequently from a lot of people talking about Zack Snyder. Again, I kind of said my own little personal pet peeves about some of these interviews is like the grammar and the questions always kind of get to me. My first Zack Snyder film, I gotta say, was Dawn of the Dead. I saw it when it came out, and I thought it was really fun. I thought it was pretty, at the time, because I was a, teenager, and I was like, I thought it was pretty intense. I thought it was pretty cool. It was like it was one of the first zombie movies I saw that really stuck with me for a long time. Of course, I saw 300. Funny story with that, but I'll save that for another time. Or, well, yeah, it'll be interesting because I saw my own cut of 300 when it first came out due to a technical error at my local theater. If any of you, because I don't know how many theaters still do this, I'll just tell it. I was actually going to work, I was working on an edit of the actual event that took place so that I could show you guys. I actually have a bit of it. I might just kind of, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know if I'll include this in here or if I'll save it for later because I'm still not sure if I'm okay with how it looks. But anyway, if you remember back in the day, you'd have these pre-roll things that each theater would kind of have. Each kind of theater chain would have their own little like pre-movie setup. A lot of the time it'd be movie trivia. It might be local commercials, whatever. But there was this one because it was around the time that I think The Bourne Supremacy was either coming out or just came out. I think it was because Bourne Ultimatum was coming out later this summer. So they were having like Matt Damon questions about the Bourne Supremacy and Bourne Identity. So like there was this pre-roll and I saw it before the movie came in because I got there early. And it was like one of those things where it's like this actor, blah, 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 is known for the Bourne movies, whatever. And it would show you an image from the movie and they would cut out the silhouette of the actor. So you would guess who the actor is if you knew the movie. And of course, it was Matt Damon. And around this time, for additional context, Team America had come out recently. So that was still very in the consciousness of everybody around that time, that especially my age at the time. So keep that in mind. So we get to the part where, you know, the Persian messenger shows up at Sparta, right? And you have the whole speech with them back and forth, and then it comes to the iconic moment where King Leonidas is about to kick him down the pit. So when he kicks him right after that, so you know that scene as the Persians are falling into the pit, you know, you see them fall in, it rotates in so that you're looking directly into it as we follow one of the soldiers going into the darkness, the abyss. So there was a glitch and the projector started playing the pre-movie stuff at the same time as the film. And you only really saw it in that pitch black area, obviously, because that's where there's no light being projected by the Zack Snyder film. So in that, I swear to God, I know this sounds fake, but this legit happened. There were people there that I can call up and corroborate it. As the last Persian's falling into the void, as he's screaming just before he disappears, you see Matt Damon's face illuminate from the darkness, and he falls right into Matt Damon's smiling ass head. And you just hear like 3 or 4 guys from the back row all at the same time do that line from Team America where it's just like, Matt Damon. And it was just so fucking funny. Dumb. I know, especially if you weren't there. But my God, it was just the weirdest coincidence to ever happen with me at a movie theater. I've had a couple weird technical difficulties watching theaters at the theaters around here. But that was the funniest one. A lot of the other ones just were funny for a moment until they turned really frustrating, because they fixed that one almost immediately. But yeah, it was funny. Like, they're falling into the death pit. Like, it just came off like they're feeding people to Matt Damon, man. It was dumb. It was funny, but love that. And yeah, there's only been one Zack Snyder film that I've never really liked all that much outside of the obvious reasons, and that would be Sucker Punch. I like the action. I like the visual style of it. I love the other visuals of that movie. But I just never really got all that into the story or the kind of the symbolism of it or anything like that. It was just the only one that really never caught on with me. Everything since I've been okay to ecstatic with. So, yeah, I'm excited for Army of the Dead. I'm excited to see Zack return to his roots, or at least his directorial roots as far as films go. And I'm excited that Netflix has given him this whole playground to work with, because I know he's the writer, the cinematographer, the director of photography, the director. This is a Zack Snyder movie coming, and I've heard a lot of good things about it already. You know, some even saying there's not a lot of Zack Snyder-isms in it, which is going to be curious. It's definitely got me curious to see it for myself and see what I think. And so keep an eye out. I'll be posting my review once I watch that movie, which will probably be Saturday, maybe, give or take. I'll have it up this weekend, though. Guys, what's your favorite Zack Snyder film? Do you even care for Zack Snyder? What did you think of this? Have you seen Wired Autocomplete interviews before? Sound off the comments. Let me know your thoughts, and we'll carry on that conversation after the video, guys. Huge shout out to our patron legends, Mandy Sherritt, Antoine Rodriguez, Ryan Karen, and Jason Coleman. Thank you guys so much for your support. Remember, we have a Discord open. Hope you join that. Links to that is in the description of the video, along with all my other socials. Aside from that, I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care, everybody.